Hello everyone, this is Izzy from MainDeck Masters. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm gonna be going over a white armor form control deck. It's pretty different from most white decks that has been shown around recently. For set 4. So make sure that you like, subscribe, and press that bell notification. It really helps a lot with the channel. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so first things first, we're gonna go with the magic. So first we're playing 3 suppression. It's what we've been using. White's been using it. It's there to block with Elk if we have it. Block with armor form. It's just plus 3 KPP, and if you pay the soul core, it blocks while exhausted. So it's no brainer. Play the suppression. So we're also playing 2 inescapable avalanches. It's good for the Hydra matchup and also for the mirror because a lot of armor is going around, so we want to get around it as much as we can. So yeah, 2 inescapable avalanches. And then we're also playing the 2 Dream Bomb. It's great card. Covers a lot. Bounces a regular spirit, and also it bounces a Nexus. So it also helps with the Hydra matchup too. So that way they can't go for that extra attack in. And then of course we're playing 4 Star Blast. We're in the Wind Summon meta. So it is a good card to have. We maxed it out because the deck needs a lot of draw. Then we're also playing 4 Strong Draw. Again, we need that draw. White needs that draw a lot. So we're gonna have to max out as much as the draw power we need. And then we're playing 4 Absolute Ice Shield. No brainer. It's a great card. It's probably going to be the most meta card going forward, even in future sets. It's a staple, so max that out. Next, we're going with our Nexuses. We are playing 2 Frozen Waterfall. The reason why I am testing this card is because that extra 2k BP matters in most matchups. So that way you can block over a lot of the spirits that other decks are playing, including in the mirror. When you have armor form out, it's a 16 BP on the body. Plus with the suppression, it's a 19. Yeah, 19. So it can cover a lot of ground. I mean, probably not against with the Ira matchup because he's a 23 KBP, but probably can get even bigger. But also, its second effect is he can refresh an Ascent Spirit. So I love this card a lot. In most of my matchups, against green or against blue or against red, it matters. Like I said, the 2k extra 2 KBP really matters. Then we are playing 3 Forest of Steel Leaves. So we really care about this card because going into the red matchup, they destroy a lot of there's a lot of Nexus hate. So we want to keep our Nexuses protected, but also I realize talking it over with Jacob, this second level, the level 2 ability also is good too, just in case if they destroy a spirit. So if I block with a spirit and it is destroyed by my opponent, I bounce the Nexus. This is really great against the Hydra matchup also because not only they don't get that second attack in potentially when they destroy a spirit, is I also bounce an important Nexus they may have. So this is really, really essential to keep a card like this out on the board. And then we play the main machine beast Nexus Newman City. It is great for the reduction on armor form on any machine beast really, and then it also gives us that extra 1k BP, making armor form a 20k BP. So he becomes a very chunky boy when he's blocked. When he blocks, it matters. Like I said, every BP matters in this deck. So the more buffs we get armor form up, the better. And then next we go to our spirits. Now we play. I've been testing with Boulder. We play 4 Boulder. He's great early game because of the people our opponents drawing, and not only they draw, we get to bounce something. And he has armor red and purple, so I've been testing around with it, but I really want to test with the promo Little Vicken when he comes out. So hopefully, it's an android, so it can ascend off of armor form. So yeah, I think Boulder is really a great addition with the deck. Good for the early game. Next we play Battery Bowl. 4 copies of Battery Bowl. I love this card because it can come up in certain situations where armor form comes out, and I can attack with him, and his wood block ability activates on top of his summoning ability. So, and on top of that, what I really like about Battery Bowl is his stat line, which all you gotta do is place 2 cores. He's a 5k BP on the body, and if you have the Soul Core on him, he can't be destroyed by my opponent's effects. Really good against the red matchup because it gets around that, and Battery Bowl can last longer out on the field to the point where I can get armor form out and ascend off of him with it. Now, I love this card. We playing 3 Buffalo Bill. I love Buffalo Bill when he first got revealed when the game came out, and this set is made me want to play him even more because his armor forms when block abilities activate when he attacks. So it's great because then you go in for the damage. Hey, take 2 and bounce 5k BP or fewer spirits back to the bottom of the deck. And on top of that, you swing Buffalo Bill, he bounce a spirit that costs 5 or fewer. The premise around with Buffalo, I wanted to keep an offense while being on defense. So this is a great way where I can control on offense and also control on defense. Then I also play 2 Elks. Again, this may not stay in the deck, but I love Elk a lot since when he first dropped. I think it's great when you have Elk and armor form out, because if you're going in for the damage and they prevent you from taking the two, then Elk can, and you don't take any damage on their turn, Elk can just ping them a damage. So I like the flexibility. Like I said, I want to have a good strong offense while being on have a great defense, and Elk helps with that. Either way, they get damage, right? And then I play 3 Mammoth Aegis. We are in an Ascend Spirit meta coming into set 4. So every life counts, and Aegis gives us more life. And he helps us draw cards, so he's another draw engine. But we really want to gain life in this meta because we could potentially die. We want to last as long as possible to get to the armor form. And then we run behind that Another draw engine. Newman Guard. Like I said, you want to... This deck, what it struggles in is not a lot of draw power. So we play the 4 Strong Draw, we played the 4 Star Blessed, and we even play the Mammoth Aegis, and we even play Newman Guard R4. Because we want to draw, we want to dig for the armor form, we want to dig for our win cons, our pieces, to help push in for that game. And we also care about his level 2 ability, because if we do have armor form out, we can swing with the armor form, and armor form also refreshes at the end of the turn. While Newman Guard is at level 2. So he is you win no matter what. You either sacrifice him or they have to deal with it. We play 2 Enterprises because we want all the armor form. Because we want to be protected at all costs. The only downside for this deck, we don't have armor green, so we are going to struggle with green a bit. But that's why we play the suppressions. So that way, if they do tap our stuff, they do gale our stuff, we have the suppression, and so they either deal with it or they don't. So that's how it's going to come down to it. And we want the extra defense, like I said, with Enterprise, because he can block twice. And then we have the main guy of the deck, the star of the show, Frost Tiger Heavy Armor Form. So when he first got revealed, I loved it. I loved the card a lot. He's our highest Ascend Spirit with effects Ascend the Spirit. At 14k BP. Like I said, he could get higher to at least to 20k if so. So we want him as big as possible. We want to be able to block him. Going to the green matchup, I noticed there's a lot of cards in there that have mainly a lot of 5k BPs. So we can bounce the majority of their deck if they don't level them up. So we either force them to max out on their level, or they spin back to the bottom of the deck. That's just how it's going to work. And he's a self-ramp engine. So he ramps, and I witnessed this firsthand. You leave the armor form out, it's going to ramp. And the more he stays out, the more value you get. Because the point of the deck, you want to outvalue your opponent as much as possible, so that way you gain the upper advantage and kill them on the crackback. And then in other situations where if you have armor form out on the field just by himself against the Hydra matchup, he can't die because he has armor blue. So if Hydra says, "Hey, select and destroy in the spirit," okay. Oh, I select Frost Tiger. Oh wait, he has armor blue. He can't be selected. And so that way you just go in on the blocks. And I believe Hydra at maxed out BP, he's at 13 without buffs. So, but we can get higher. That's the crazy part about this. That's why we play the frozen waterfalls and we play the suppressions, because we get bigger, and their Hydra either dies and we kill them on the crap back. So that's just how it's going to end up working. And Allegro, and most importantly, Allegro can't target it either, because Allegro states he has to select the highest cost spirit and destroy it. So against blue, we have the upper advantage. I agree with most people that white is in this meta, going into this meta, white is going to be a deck where, did you burn all their counters? No? Okay, you're dying. If not, if you do, then okay, you outplayed the white player. So the Dream Bombs, are they playing the Avalanches, are they playing the Suppressions, are they playing the Infinity Shields? These are things to look at going into a white matchup, because I think white is going to be a very heavy counter deck. And either they're going to outvalue you and aggro you out, or you will potentially win. It depends on the matchups, and I think White might be a surprise to people going into this meta. So I this is a little rough draft of the sideboard. I did build a sideboard for this. We played 2 Derm. People argue that he could just switch out with Elk completely and run Derm in the main. Yeah, that's fine. I agree on that, because then when Derm swings, he's unblockable, and heavy form is on armor form is unblockable. So you either take the 2 or you lose. And then I also play 3 Counter Sword. I agree with a lot of people in the Discord and with the team that Counter Sword should be ran in every side, because like they said, the life gain matters in this meta, and also it's like an avalanche. You spin it to the top of the deck, so you buy yourself some time with certain matchups. And then I also play 3 Infinity Shield in the side, just in case I go into those what I feel like it's going to be longer games, and I need to push for the defense with armor form or with Elk. I have the 3 Infinity Shields in the side for that map. Even in the green match, mainly in the green matchup, I have it for, because they're gonna exhaust. Let's be honest, they're gonna exhaust your stuff a lot. So you want your defense bumped up a notch. That's why we play the 3 Infinity Shields in the side. And then we play the 1 frozen waterfall in the side, because in certain situations, in certain matchups, you want to either see Forest of Steel Leaves first more, or you want to see Frozen Waterfall more. And I would argue that you would want to see Steel Leaves more in the red matchup, because they're heavy on the Nexus Destruction. But then in other matchups, you want to see Frozen Waterfall more, because, like I said, the extra 2k BP matters. So if you have 3 Frozen Waterfalls out, that's 6k BP out on every spirit. That, like I said, matters a lot in a lot of matchups in a lot of ways. You don't understand. And then we play the 4th Suppression in the side. Like I said, you want to buff up your defense against the green matchups. That's like I said, the only thing going into a green matchup that this deck falls short on, is that there's not enough green armor for white. The only thing that gives green armor is Sheriff Eagle, and he only has it on himself. So you need to bump up the defense. So play your Infinity Shields, play your suppressions, because like I said, going to the green matchup, they are going to exhaust your stuff. I can't stress that. I can say this a lot of times. They're going to exhaust your stuff. You want your suppressions in hand. You want your Infinity Shields in hand, because you want to max out on your defense. Other recommendations, I would suggest Burning Force, maybe, to get the other Nexus Destruction against blue. I think that's the only recommendation I would actually have. I would say I'd have. Because I am very comfortable with this build going into it with a lot of my matchups, even with my side deck present now. I think like I said, I think the only changes I would only make is switching out the Derm putting Derm in the main, and then putting Elk in the side, just to test it out, because I do see what people are saying that Derm should be ran in the main, and because of a lot of there's going to be a lot of Nexuses being played in the decks. So that is it for the Armor Form white deck list, guys. Like this video, share this video, repost this video on a lot of other pages, guys. If you want to see more on the community post, or you want to see more of us, hit that bell icon. It really helps the channel a lot. We love you guys. We do this for you, and we have fun doing it. So, see you guys on the next video. Hopefully.